Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know. How would they know?
Hi everyone, my name is Shamma Neggi. So today I'll show you that how we can use or make sure that we do not use any sysids in the ServiceNow system in order to assign any assignment group. Now I'll give you one example. So let's say that I've seen most of the people are using assignment, auto assignment. So they're actually writing the business rules and they are doing the assignments via this logic. So let's say that whenever any, before insertion happens, they are writing this current dot assignment group should be equal to the sysid. So in order to make sure that we should not be using any sysids, because what will happen if you actually use the sysids, this will go to production or any other environment, and if that instance do not is not able to find the sysid, it will break. It will not assign that particular to the assignment group. So let's just check whether it is working or not. So let's go to incident. Let's try to raise one incident. I'll just put a short description, test for demo. I'll just select the channel, I'll save it. So now you see that it has been assigned to database group. So that means it is working. Now assume that you're moving this particular code to any other environment wherein this sysid does not exist. Then what will happen? This overall assignment group will not work, right? So first of all, we have to make sure that we should not be using any sysids in any of the code that we have, right? That is one best practice. The second is that we have a out of the box option which is given by ServiceNow. If you type here assignments, right? So under system policies, under rules, you will see assignment rules, right? You click on it. Now let's try to create another assignment rule, right? And let's do one thing. Let's just go to business rule and deactivate the business rules. Okay, so this is deactivated. Now let's go to assignment rule. Now we'll click on new here. Now let's just define a rule here. Let's say that when the channel is chat, then it should assign to the group, which is my database group. Now what is happening here? We are actually giving the group, right? We're not providing any sysid. So this will make sure that whatever database group exists in the system, it will pick that group. So now we are actually putting this particular condition that whenever the channel changes to or is chat, then our assignment group should be auto-populated to database. Let's save it. Now let's just go and check quickly if our rule is working. So let's go to incident. Let's say create new. Let's put caller here. Let's say test for demo with assignment rules. Okay, so now we have a condition that when the channel is chat, then it will work. So we'll just say and channel is chat, caller is able. Let's just save it. You see it is working. So now because our business rule which was using a hardcode sysid, we have deactivated that business rule, but now we are running assignment rule, which is out of the box option given by ServiceNow, in order to make sure that if you are assigning anything basis on any condition, you can use this. Thank you so much for your time.
Huge thank you to Shamma for walking us through that demo. I always appreciate it when our community bring real-world scenarios like this, because these are the exact challenges that our developers run into every single day. And while we're on the topic of keeping your assignment logic clean and portable, I want to add a few more best practices that build on what Shamma just showed us. Tip number 1, if you absolutely must reference a sysid of any type really, move it to a system property. It's going to help you keep things flexible across environments, but it still does require someone to update that property during promotion. Tip number 2, when your assignment logic becomes kind of hairy, more dynamic, or depends on a lot of different multiple conditions, decision tables are going to be your new best friend. They let you manage that logic visually so you can scale conditions and adjust that behavior without writing additional code. You can even use Excel to export and import it back into the platform for super easy maintenance. And tip number 3, if your app relies on specific groups or configuration records, including those in your update sets or your seed data is a good way to go. This is going to help ensure that you have consistent baseline objects and those sysids are the same across every single instance. And finally, tip number 4, use those instance scans as your safety net. They are your friend, not your enemy. It's going to help you detect things like hard-coded sysids and other maybe not best practices before those things make it into production. And that's it. clean logic, no hard-coded sysids, and definitely no more nobody's gonna know moments, because trust me, they're gonna know. And if you have a best practice or a clever tip that you'd like to see featured in a future Did You Know episode, I would absolutely love to include it here. So share your idea in the comments, tag me on LinkedIn, or reach out in the community. We'll see you next time.